Hello, and welcome to the Invader Report. I am Dan Ford, and this is the news. Our first story of the evening, the annual DECA Banquet is coming soon on May 28th, where you can meet current members and learn more about what DECA is all about. Purchase your tickets from Miss Reese Schofield or Alice Shen for $5. The senior Ultimate Frisbee team attended the Spring Fling Tournament at the Barrie Sports Complex on May 15th. Pulling together in the second half of the game with great defense, phenomenal passing, and perseverance, they defeated their Toronto rivals, Northern Secondary School, coming away with a 6-5 win in extra time. May 13th, the senior girls soccer team finished their regular season with a 5-0 win over Nantyre Shores. Innisdale Baseball finished the regular season yesterday with a decisive 11-1 win over Nottawasaga Pines, a great team effort from top to bottom. 54 track and field athletes competing for the Invaders at the GB Championships, and everyone gave it their all. Our team managed to move 45 individuals forward to compete at OFSA Regionals this week, which is almost unheard of. We had dozens of top 3 finishes, along with 5 out of 8 first-place finishes in the relay events. In doing this, our team captured the boys' overall title, the girls' overall title, and our Invaders brought home the GB team overall title. Last week, the music department traveled to Toronto for their Music Fest Nationals. While there, both the junior concert band and the junior jazz band achieved a silver ranking, and for the first time in Innisdale's history, the senior concert band and the senior jazz band achieved a gold ranking. Congratulations to all bands, you have made Innisdale proud. The commencement ceremony for Innisdale graduating students of the 2015 class will take place on June 25th at Georgian College, Barrie, starting at 6 p.m. 3 tickets will be saved for each student and will be available for collection between June 1st and June 5th. To receive their tickets, students must first provide their gown deposit of $30 to guidance, after which they will be given their 3 tickets. After June 15th, any unclaimed or additional tickets will be available to graduates on a first-come, first-served basis. Graduates may only have a maximum of 2 extra tickets. If a student becomes ineligible to graduate, they will be refunded their $30 deposit when they return their 3 tickets to the guidance office. Innisdale's annual Invader Cup, coming up on June 5th. Make your team of 10 and grab a sign-up form off the door of the Student Council office. The price per person is $5 for a total of $50 per team. Money and sign-up forms will be accepted starting Tuesday, May 19th, during lunch in front of the Career Center on a first-come, first-served basis. Spots are limited, so sign up quickly. Only teams that have school-appropriate names and all $50 up front will be accepted. Now, to finish off this broadcast, I'm going to go off on a little bit of a rant here. And this rant is a political one, so for all of you political science nerds, listen in, and for everybody else, that's optional. I'm going to talk about for a second about something that's happening and going through Parliament right now. Now, since 9/11, Canada and the U.S. have been pretty much on par in terms of anti-terrorism legislation. Granted, the U.S. may have gone a little bit overboard in the enforcement process, but Canada certainly isn't infallible. Now, I bring this up because there's something going on right now, and that something is called Bill C-51. Essentially, it's an extension and expansion of our already present anti-terrorism legislation. Now, Canadians have no problem with something that would keep them safe from somebody who would want to kill them for one reason or another, except when that goes too far, which this bill very well might. And this bill expands the definition of terrorist to include almost all of us, all Canadians, including ones by simple association. No joke. This bill actually expands the definition of terrorist plotting to include simple matters of opinion, even in an academic environment, which means that one day you could be seen in your law class debating the motives of ISIS, and the next moment you've got a subpoena to federal court. Also, this bill basically defines that any protesting that goes outside government buildings anyone associated with this could possibly be defined as a terrorist because they threaten the government of Canada. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but something seems a little fishy about that, given the fact that we've always had the right to free protest. But this isn't what gets me most. No. What gets me most is that my generation, the generation with more technology than Skynet and the ability to send out more angry messages than an aggravated cabinet minister, knows nothing about this. My generation loves free speech and loves it so much that we even take it for granted. And seriously, I walk around and I ask people what do they think about Bill C-51, and they look at me like I have two heads and proceed to ask, what's Bill C-51? Now the problem here is simple. My generation just doesn't seem to have that interest in politics. And again, to the political science nerds out there, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to everybody else. Now, unfortunately, what might end up happening is that our generation will have some of its rights taken away. And when that happens, my generation will discover how exactly that affects their day-to-day lives. And when that happens, they might just take an interest in politics.